One thing is for certain this NBA season. The Western Conference has been wild, and even more wild. This is Hoop Talks. What is up, everybody? Welcome to Hoop Talks. Justin Pooni, Jelani Goodridge-Reid, and Noor Zainab. Guys, we're entering the final week of the NBA regular season. And we know all about the Eastern Conference because we talk about the Toronto Raptors on a daily basis. But right now, we're going to dive into the West and how wild the Western Conference has been. If we take a look at the standings in the Western Conference, my oh my, it is very close. Of course, we have Phoenix to Dallas, all separated by 6.5 games, Nothing has been really set in stone. Only the top three teams have clinched a playoff berth. So, going into this final week, how do you see the Western Conference shaping out? Who's in the play-in? Who's in the playoffs? Who's out? Jelani, let's start with you.
I feel like first of all, this is crazy.
It's just
right?
insane.
Yeah, this is wild.
This
Nor.
is oh my goodness.
I think maybe a team like the Pelicans might fall out. I don't know why. I feel like they might fall out. And I'm looking at OKC. I'm not sure, do they have enough to hold on when it's all said and done? But I think right now you're looking at teams like the Los Angeles Lakers, right? And they could be a problem if they find a way to hold on. They might get a top 6. Remember, Justin said this a couple shows ago that he thought they would be a top 6 seed, right? If they get that, that would be a problem for, let's say, the Kings, who are new to this, right? You got a guy like LeBron James. I trust LeBron James. That's just me. And if AD will show up consistently, I mean, this is going to be an issue. So you're looking at the Lakers, but I want to talk about Dallas real quick. I'm very disappointed in the Mavericks. I don't think they're seeing these play-in tournament games. I don't think they're making the play-in. I don't. The way they're playing, they're not.
Now Dallas does have the 26th ranked schedule, so they have basically the 5th easiest schedule remaining in the NBA, right? So Noor, when I look at you, when I ask you this, look at you and pose this question to you, is this Western Conference this year? Is it bad, or all the teams just so good this year? Is it more?
I think this is what happens when there's parity. And the thing with parity is you have a set number of really good players that each team has. It's no longer a point where you have so many players on one team that you can afford to have one guy go down and still kind of remain intact to put yourself above other teams in the seeding ways. But the problem now is all the talent has been dispersed throughout the first almost 8-9 teams. And if one guy goes down in those teams, it becomes very easy for teams like, as we've seen, the Pelicans, the Timberwolves, the Kings, and back in the day, the Utah Jazz kind of climb rankings there. So it leaves very little room for dysfunction and to mess up. And that's I think is what is happening, because a lot of these teams that are struggling, and the Warriors, the Lakers, the Clippers, even the Suns, they were dealing with injuries, and that set them back. So teams like the Kings, and who are fast tracked, who have young guys, were able to push through.
You know what's crazy to me? 4 teams have 38 losses.
Wow.
Right? Like the basically some. I think Phoenix will stick at the 4 seed. I think that's kind of the safety thing right now, that they've been playing a lot better now that Kevin Durant is back, 6-0 with Kevin Durant in the lineup. But you go to the Clippers, then the Warriors, then the Lakers, Pelicans, they're all within half a game, right? Yep. And then look at that. Minnesota's a game and a half. Oklahoma City, Dallas is still in there, right? Jelani, I think when I look at this, right, I'm really intrigued to see the matchups, how these matchups switch up. So I want to switch to the play-in tournament, right? And I want to talk about how the matchups could shake out, right? So potentially right now, as it currently stands, if the play-in started today, right, this is what the play-in matchups would look like in the Western Conference. So you would have the Thunder taking on the Wolves, which would be a great matchup, I think. It will be 2 young teams. You got the Lakers and Pelicans, and then the winners of that would go face Denver and then Memphis, right? So, Noor, is there a team in the play-in, that could be Dallas too, right, that could potentially go on an extended playoff run? And I'm not talking about just going to the first. I'm talking about winning the first round, potentially going to a second round or a conference finals.
You're gonna love this answer. The Lakers. I think.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, I
Nora
don't even
actually
say
said
it. I don't
it.
even want to say it. But like, if you look at the state of the other teams, right? They're good, but I just don't think they're there in terms of experience. They don't really have the guy that he can put against the greats and the Nuggets, the Suns and the Clippers as well, and the Warriors. So I think you got LeBron James. You have the asset of LeBron James. We know LeBron James is a playoffs, a whole different person. Give him a team of YMCA guys. He will make sure he can gift them as far as he can in the playoffs thing. And I think him being healthy now and even adding guys like D'Angelo Russell, you have Malik Beasley on the perimeter and Austin Reeves doing what he's doing right now in very amazing ways. That's a team that you need to be watching out for, especially if you're a team like the Clippers that might not have Paul George and,
Yeah, because if you're looking at the other teams, right? Minnesota, okay, they've had a tough year. The injuries to obviously Cat, Edwards missed some time this year. The trade with Gobert hasn't really worked out to where we thought it would. Look, Chris Finch, he's a okay coach in my opinion.
He's
average. I think
coach.
they could be like the Wolves were expected to be better than this, right? So I don't trust them in a playoff setting. I just don't. Then Oklahoma City, they're young. Let's just be real, right? I don't know if they know what they're going into. Right, Shea.
That could work.
That
for
could
them,
work, right? But honestly, I
Experience
think that matters, and I just don't see them making any type of run. If they meet the Nuggets or Kings or Memphis, I think they're gonna lose. Then the Pelicans, I talked about them real quick. I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. For some particular reason, I don't think that they are capable of making a run. So it has to be LA. If that's how it's going to look, it has to be Los Angeles. Let's say they meet a team like the Kings. I think they could cause problems for the Kings. Memphis. Look, Memphis is a really good team. I get that. But they could push Memphis. They can. And I know the Nuggets do not want to see the Los Angeles Lakers because Jokic does not want that matchup.
And also, if you give LeBron the motivation of a playoff series, he's not going to take that seriously. He's going to take that like it's a challenge.
I think LeBron knows this might be his last real chance at doing something in the playoffs. So the Kings going to show up big. Yeah. But the other team, nobody's mentioned so far, I still have faith in the Dallas Mavericks. If the Dallas Mavericks get into the play-in, they have two of the best scorers of all time. I think they could cause a whole lot of problems.
Are they not discussing even sitting Luka and Kyrie right now?
Well, that's reportedly. There's still only a game. Look. If the Mavericks get in, watch out.
Oh, I'm
scared.
Stop.
No, two best scorers of all time, whatever. It's a team sport.
It doesn't. Yeah, but those two guys can put.
It's a team. The team has not showed up. The team has not showed up.
I will not give up on the Mavericks until they are officially eliminated.
Your theory about Lakers seems so good right now. Fall off the Mavericks. It kind of brings you
the
down.
Mavericks are a problem. They are dramatic more than the Dallas Cowboys.
There will be a problem when they get into the play-in tournament.
There's no defense in Dallas. If there's no defense in Dallas, you can't do anything.
And their offense just I don't believe it.
Only a week away till the play-in tournament begins. So we will all be bearing witness to maybe another LeBron James playoff run. Or maybe the Dallas Mavericks sneaking in and making a deep playoff run as well.
They're not going nowhere.
Has been Hoop Talks.